It's Minecraft, now what? Let's go!
Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft, Now What? If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. If you're a first-time viewer, thanks for coming. This series is all about helping the first-time player that has no clue what they're doing. So we go over a lot of basics and all the need-to-know stuff that I wish I knew when I had first started playing. We've gone over some early game survival stuff. Check out the earlier videos to see what you missed out on. So exciting news. If you remember when we were on our hunt for iron and we built this staircase, we ended up popping through to a cave down there. And maybe you noticed I paused for a moment when I broke through this wall. And that's because, there we go. That is dripstone block. That is dripstone. Kind of gives the caves a cavey feel. And the dripstone, you can actually hang those from a top block underneath side. If you place a lava source above it, you can actually generate lava. So instead of using coal to smelt, you could have an infinite lava supply. If there's no lava, the dripstone will drip water, and over time, with both the water and the lava, you can fill cauldrons up. So for now, we're going to close this back up. So you also might remember that we came in to this cave from the side and briefly went down there and decided it wasn't the safest thing to do since we don't have much armor, which led me back to our original problem: iron. Now we found 3 pieces of iron, enough to make a bucket so we could get our farm going. But if we're going to explore, and especially explore caves, we need to get some iron armor. So rather than have you see me dig all of this out, I came in between episodes, went through a lot of pickaxes, a lot of time, a lot of blocks, a lot of ores still exposed. But I decided for the time being, I'm going to mine around the coal until we can get Fortune 3, or at least Fortune 1 or 2. Any Fortune will do. So instead of getting 1 piece of coal when we mine this with a regular pickaxe, we can increase how much coal we get. The copper, not so much. You can get multiple pieces of copper using an unenchanted pickaxe, so I'm not too concerned about that. This blue stuff here is lapis lazuli. It is an ore that we need at least an iron pickaxe to mine. We don't want another incident of losing an ore like we did with the gold pickaxe. It would drive me nuts. Lapis lazuli is primarily used in enchanting tables. In the enchanting table, you need an item to enchant, and you need a piece of lapis to be able to enchant. So it's sort of like the enchantment table's currency. Another use for lapis is to create blue dye. So if you wanted a blue bed, you could just take 1 piece of lapis lazuli and dye your bed blue. So again, once we get fortune, we'll pick that up. So like I said, mining this out took a lot of time, and we got a lot of blocks. We got a lot of andesite, a lot of diorite, some granite, dirt, gravel, lots of cobblestone. But the exciting thing, not so much the exciting thing, lots of copper, but 34 iron. Look at that, it's beautiful. So we're going to take this up top, back to the house, smelt it up, and get ourselves some iron armor. Here we are back up at the house. I promise I'm going to finish doing the inside one day. But for now, I'm going to come into the furnace, get this copper out of here. We're going to throw that iron ore in there, throw in some coal, let that smelt down. And while we do that, come over here. And I posted a bonus episode. I'll put the link in the description below. We built a staircase path down to the river. I had said that if I had to go down there one more time for water, that we needed a better way up and down the hill. So I finally did it. So rather than take up a full episode to do it, I mean, essentially it ended up being its own episode. It was a nice project to get done as a bonus side project. So now if we need to come down to get some water, we don't have to jump up and down the blocks. We can just take the staircase path. However, we also went over infinite water supply. So rather than having to go back down to the river, we build a water supply up here that replenishes itself. That's also in the hillside path video. Basically, you dig a trench, you put a water supply on either sides of the trench, and they will flow together and create a shimmering, non-flowing water source. So a trench is one way to do it, and a 2x2 block is another way to do it for small water sources. So if we want to go back down to the river, or to get down there to go exploring, we now have a path to make it easier. Before I go back inside to check on that iron, we're going to go up to the farm and harvest those potatoes. So I actually have a couple ideas for today, and one of them is to build stairs up to this farm so we don't have to jump back and forth. It'll be pretty straightforward, just a little less complicated, hopefully, than the path, but kind of the same idea. Building pathways and using stairs and blocks and lantern posts is a good simple project to get your building confidence up, get your creativity going, and it makes getting around a lot easier. So as for harvesting the farm, the crops grow in different stages. These all look like they're ready to harvest. If we hit the wheat, we get two things. We get wheat seeds, which we got the original wheat seeds we got from hitting grass, and we get wheat stalks. They're a bundle of wheat. And once we get fortune, we will be able to increase the amount of crop we get from a single harvest. If you get enough wheat, you can make that into bread. This wheat, we can tempt sheep and cows and breed sheep and cows. Sort of like when the pig was following us with the raw potato. And if we hit the potato, potatoes are pretty good. You get more than one potato from a full harvest. Again, with fortune, we can increase that. And before you know it, you're overrun by potatoes. Carrots, same thing. And just from those few blocks, we have 14 potatoes. Cock-a-doodle-doo. We have chickens, but no roosters. But it's time to farm. So we're going to continue harvesting the crops. Pick it all up. Oh, forgot one. Run around here to make sure we don't forget about any stray potatoes or wheat or seeds. Come back up here and replant the crop. So don't forget, and able to help your crops grow quicker, plant like crops one space apart. And just like that, we have over a stack of potatoes from one harvest and a disgusting poisonous potato. We can't use it. We don't want it. So we're just going to leave it there. And when you leave stuff lying around like this, after about 5 minutes, it'll despawn. And we won't ever have to see it again. So as you can see, a lot of trees are gone in between episodes. In addition to mining out the quarry for the iron, I came out here and knocked down these trees, get a lot of wood. So then we can figure out where we want to actually put these trees in hopes of getting a couple bees to spawn in and maybe put a barn up here. Now that's not an immediate plan, but just something I'm kicking around in my head. So now that we have these potatoes, I had mentioned storage is important once you start getting a bunch of food. So we are going to have to address that real soon. But for now, I'm going to put these potatoes in the house. We'll just throw them in here. Get this other stuff out of here. And let's check on that iron. So come in here and 32 iron ingots. Look at that. Ah, it's beautiful. So now we come into the crafting table, and now that we have ingots to work with, now we get the options for the stuff that requires iron ingots. What we're going to do first, iron helmet, chest plate, leggings, boots. We're going to take these boots off, put on the helmet, put on the chest plate, put on the leggings, and put on the boots. Oh, we look so fancy. I love it. So we have 8 iron ingots left over, and now it's like the problem with the gift card. You didn't have the gift card before, and now that you have the gift card, you don't want to waste it, but what do you use it on, right? But I think I'm going to go ahead and make an iron pickaxe. I'm also going to get some nuggets and make a lantern and make a sword and shears. Oh, yep, instant regret. I know what I wanted. Okay, no problem. We'll get more iron eventually. So I really wanted the lantern for the path. For this first post that we built here. And right there. Kind of feels ridiculous, but putting that lantern there kind of feels important. So the idea is to do this lamppost all along the path. What we have right now is just one fence post and a torch to keep the path lit. But as we get more iron, we're going to make lantern posts like these. So that feels good to get that there. We got to eat. So now the shears. Let's find a sheep real quick. Ooh, there's a sheep. Come over here. So if you come to a sheep with your shears and just use the shears on the sheep, you get the wool. And then let's see if he's going to cooperate and eat. Come on. Don't make us wait forever. You know you're hungry. Look at that guy over there. He's just wandering and trading. Where's your llamas, man? Come on. Everybody wants to see you eat. No, he's going to do it. I can feel it. Come on. Here it comes. Come on. I can do this all day. We're in a staring contest. I win! But who's the one still waiting for the sheep to eat? Did I really win? Come on, man. We've waited this long. I can't leave you. There we go. There you go. So the sheep eats grass block. Grass block turns to dirt. Sheep gets the wool back. We take the sheep again. Sheep gets cold, gets hungry, eats again. Sometimes they do it quicker. Sometimes they take forever. But if you're breeding sheep and you have a sheep farm, then hopefully you have a lot of sheep to choose from. And there we go. See, that's the type of luck that we need over near the farm. So now there's 2 beehives over here. So what I want to do is come in here and make another campfire. And we are going to get rid of this dirt block here. We will put campfire underneath. And it's a good idea to put trap doors, because I believe it is possible that the bees get lost and get confused and they end up in the fire and they die. And we don't want that to happen. Now, what we can do is, we know we can use shears on sheep for wool. See, he grew his wool back. Give me that wool. Yeah. So when you use a hoe or you use your fist on the leaves, it breaks it. But you use the shears, you get the leaf block. So this is helpful for creating bushes around the base. Like that. You can also use shears on grass to move grass around. And the whole point of putting campfires underneath the beehive is to tame the beehive. So now we can come with shears and get honeycomb. You get 3 per shear. After a little while, the beehive will be ready to harvest again. And yet again, you'll need storage for all the honeycomb you get. But just remember, if you're going to harvest beehives, put a campfire underneath to tame the beehive, otherwise the bees will attack you. Let's finish building up this farm and get some stairs up there. So first thing I want to do is get the trim done on the farm, and that'll kind of let me figure out where I want the stairs to come up the side of the hill. Kind of where you can let your creativity take over. There's no right way, no wrong way. So it's all about what you're feeling. Please don't trample my crops. So that's our farm, all framed in. And then to make it easier for us to get up, maybe we'll do this, put some stairs down. Remember, if you point at the corner, it makes a corner stair. So that if you come from the side, you can still get up the stair. Put a torch there for now, because we want plenty of light to make sure that these crops still grow at night. What's he growling at? Oh, he's getting the sheep. There he goes. That's what he was growling at. He's going after the rabbit. No, don't do it. Leave him. You're vicious. But I'll take the meat. Thanks. Did you see his red glowing eyes? That's the look they get if you hit them, and then they all come after you. The farm's all trimmed out, and we have storage for crops. Went back and got the potatoes. We're going to put them in the barrel. Throw our potatoes in here. We'll put our wheat over here. And there we go. Now when we harvest, we have somewhere to put our crops, and we don't have to keep running back to the house to put them away. Nice and easy. Now let's get that stairway done. There we go. Path up to the farm. Very similar to what we did building the path to the river. Just put down some stairs. You can put down some extra blocks, some planks, make some path block. It's really up to how you want it to look. Even the pigs love it. A little too much. Look who it is. Here to give me nightmares. Waiting for mutton to cook. Waiting for mutton to cook. It's like watching paint dry. So we got our armor. So now we will go down here and check this out. See, this is what I was worried about up here. These dark ledges over here. We don't want things dropping down on top of us. And you see it's pretty dark. It's kind of hard to see down here. So we'll just come light this up, and once we light this up, we make it pretty safe. Mobs will not spawn in these lit up areas. Nice, some iron. That is kind of one of the reasons we are coming in here, is to try to find some iron that is exposed, and that minimizes the amount of quarry mining we have to do, which will definitely save you some time and pickaxes. So it used to be that hostile mobs would spawn in a low light level. Oh, there's a spider. I think I see a creeper down there. Gotta be careful. So in this level of darkness, it's possible previously that hostile mobs would spawn, but they changed that to any light level will prevent hostile mobs from spawning. Yep, creeper's coming. Jump. Let's see if we get that spider up here. Oh, he didn't drop any string. Piece of string would be really nice, because we could make a bundle, which is basically a little pouch that we could put items in. Help us manage our inventory a little bit. But we'll just keep our eyes open for another spider. Oh, there's an Enderman. I've got to be careful with that guy. I don't know if you can see. I can't look directly at him. If you can see those particles back there, those are Endermen. They teleport around, and they generally leave you alone until you look directly at them. And they don't like that. And then that's when they become hostile. So as long as we don't look at the Enderman, they'll leave us alone. Or if you hit them. So lots of times you find one piece of iron, just like when you're mining. Dig around a little bit, because there could be more. Right? Because it's pretty easy to look at an Enderman without intending to. I'm gonna make an emergency hole, because Endermen are 3 blocks high. Where is he? So we look at him, and now he's angry. And that's what he looks like when he's angry. Oh, there's a skeleton! Okay, skeleton is taken care of. The Enderman, you look at them, they get angry, they don't like it, but they are 3 blocks high. So if you build a 2-block high space to hide in, they can't get you. So as long as you stand back a little bit, they can't hit you, and it's pretty safe to deal with them. So now we've got bones. Gotta eat. Oh, so this looks like it stops here. So we'll come over in these corners and light this up. And now this area is safe. And while we have a moment, we'll come in here, get our iron pickaxe, and then we can get this lapis. It's lapis lazuli. The nice thing about lapis, similar to copper and also redstone, you don't necessarily need fortune to get a lot. So from 6 blocks of lapis lazuli, we got 39 pieces of lapis. And of course, with fortune, you will increase that, but you don't really need fortune for that. But remember that you do need at least an iron pickaxe to pick up the drops. So since we were on the other side of the cave, we have to be cautious about coming back over here. Mobs could have been spawning over here while we were checking out the other side. But once we light this up over here, then we should be okay. But we have to be careful not to fall. At least the drop from right here won't be too far. Things can go very badly in these situations if you're not careful. Trust me. Just a little bit of careful approach, getting down isn't that difficult. You can just staircase yourself down, keep an eye out for any potential problems, any falls. Remember to crouch if you want to look over an edge, because that'll prevent you from falling. So this looks like it goes pretty deep. So we got lava coming out of the side of the cave, going all the way down there. We do not want to fall in that. Goes down pretty far. But what we can see from here is we have some deep slate. Cobbled deep slate is a nice block to build with. Let's crouch so we can look over the edge here. So it's almost primarily deep slate, similar to how higher up in the world stone is the most common block you'll probably find. Deep slate will be on the lower depths of your world. Those blocks down there, that is skulk block. If we go down there, we have to be pretty careful because there are lots of problems that can be associated with areas that have blocks like that. But we'll leave that for another day. Plus, it's important when you do come down to explore in the caves that you remember your way out. Leave yourself a quick way to escape if you need to. It is not a good time getting lost trying to get out of a cave in a deadly situation. I'm gonna make an easier way up and down in here. So I'm just gonna mark up this entrance a little better. So in case we're running back in an emergency, we don't have to wonder where we came from. And similarly, what I do like to do when I'm going down in caves is build a tower. Oh, good thing to point out is that dripstone hurts when you jump on it. See, I took a bunch of hearts damage from that, so be careful. Don't jump off a place too high up and jump down on dripstone. We'll come in here and gate and pressure plate. So we go down back into the caves, nice and lit up, light up as we go along, be real safe, find our way back with our pillars, come up here, no problem because we're all lit up and safe. We know we're coming back over here because we marked our entrance, come in here. Nice. So we're back up top. We picked up another half stack of iron. So I have that in the furnace smelting. We also got into it with that skeleton and ended up getting 2 bones. So I think before we get out of here today, let's go see if we can find a wolf. And of course, now that we're looking for one, we're not going to find it. But while we're back here, let's be sure to light this up. Ain't it the way? You're out looking for something, you find it, and it's all over the place. And when you need it, nowhere to be found. Where are all the dogs? Look at so many sheep. So many tasty, tasty sheep for them. Well, no luck finding wolves before we get out of here today. But we'll get them next time. We got the bones ready. Hopefully 2's enough. That'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.